This is Umar for BoxNation. We're at the Co-op Live. We've had the DAZN Queensbury debut. Before I talk about the fight, that front row where you and George were sat, I can't name all of them because there's so many, but the whole heavyweight division apart from Usyk was here.
That was all the British beef. You know, world champions, best young fighter, British champions, guys in the top 10. Brilliant.
Mate, what a front row. Daniel Dubois, Moses the Town, Dillian, Fabio, Jerome Miller, like stuff of dreams that really.
It is, but the fights are happening. You know, we announced tonight the fight between Fabio and Jerome, which will be at Ipswich. And we'll have the press conference on Monday. I'm looking forward to that one. That'll be a barn burner.
Right, Frank, I know how fond you are of Joe Joyce, one of the nicest people in boxing. I like Joe to bits as well, but is it time to call it a day and stop now, Frank?
He needs to sit down with his family and really take stock of the situation. You know, I didn't, you know, that fight for me could have gone either way. I didn't agree with a couple of those judges, certainly one of the judges. I don't know what fight he was watching, but I'm not complaining about the decision, just telling that story. But having said that, you know, for him to come back now, he'd have to get into another big fight, and it's not, that ain't going to get any easier. And those fights sometimes catch up on you. He don't need to rush into any decision, and at the end of the day, people suggest, end of the day, they should, you know, think about consequences, because there comes a time in boxing where this stuff catches up on you when you're older.
That's why I asked the question. There was times where Joe was having success when he was pushing that jab out.
He wasn't jabbing enough. When he was throwing his jab and he was pushing him on his back foot, he was having success. And a lot of the shots, and when he was getting caught, when Joe was moving to his own right-hand side, he was riding a lot of those right hands that come over. They were just sort of looked like they were landing, but he wasn't taking the full force to them. But look, it is what it is, and what we do now is regroup. As far as he's concerned, regroup maybe in a month's time, let the dust settle, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Do you look at potentially doing now Dillian Whyte and Filip Hrgovic, Frank?
Great fight, wouldn't it? Be a good fight, be a really good fight.
Just lastly, what did you make of Adelaide TKV? That ending, I mean, it is protect yourselves at all times, but
I want to watch it back. I want to watch it back, and you know, it's all about did the referee say break or not? That's really what it's about.
What about David's performance till then?
I've got to be honest, it was the first few rounds were you know, they weren't as exciting as I wanted them to be, but you know, David bided his time and did what he had to do.
Have you heard anything about potentially a fine coming towards TKV for the table, a fine for the table incident? Have you heard anything from the board or
no, nothing at all? Okay. Well, it wouldn't come to me.
No. Lastly, Frank, just sum it up, the DAZN debut, a night full of ups and downs. How would you sum it up?
I think it's been a brilliant night's boxing. I mean, everybody's given their all. You know, you look at Jack Rafferty's fight against and Reagan. What a game side he is, Reagan. I mean, what a big heart he's got. He did extremely well. The whole card, I think, has been brilliant. Delicious. He's now got the fight under his.
A flat performance for his debut.
He was trying to knock him out, and you know, and you've got to break people down. He was trying to knock him out. But he'll learn from that, and at least he's got his debut out of the way now, and he knows what to expect.
Right, roll on May with Kakachi Wood and Taylor Esserman.
Brilliant show, brilliant fight, brilliant show, and what a great night of boxing.
Cheers, Frank.
Queensbury, exclusively on DAZN.